Hi, this is David from English Tutor Toronto with another useful tips video. Today is a special useful tips video because you will be getting 3 useful tips for the price of 1 video. And hopefully I can spit them out quickly enough that it's a short video. So, first, these tips all relate to keyword searches. So, you're an English learner. You want to say the phrase, what jumped on versus jumped in, right? You don't know what's the difference between jumped on versus jumped in. Why do we use that preposition? And if you translate it into Russian, uh, yeah. So in Russian, прыгнул против and прыгнул в, they're two different words. But in some languages, the preposition is the same, and in some languages, the verb, jumping on versus to jump. Yeah, okay. So in Russian, it's whatever. But in some languages, you have the English nuances don't express themselves, and so you don't know what the difference is between these expressions, and you're scratching yourself. You're puzzled. So in this case, use the keywords jumped on versus jumped in. Use the keyword versus, because when you type that, it will open up a whole bunch of websites, usually forums, um, dictionaries, idiom stuff, and that's it. When you put in verses, you open yourself up to a lot of articles that are going to be relevant to your search term. Um, another thing. So, but you need to have two versions. You have to be able to ask yourself, what's the difference between um, what's the difference between got on versus get on, right? And because, okay, so here they tell us get it versus got it. Which should you use? So you need to have two versions of the words of the phrases that you're confused about, and type one versus the other. So that's tip number one. It's versus. Another tip besides versus is to use quotation marks. So if you have a phrase, what does it mean to oh, believe in dream? Let's take an English idiom. Um, don't. What does it mean to say? Um, don't. He flew off the handle. Right? When you put the term "he flew off the handle" in quotation marks on Google, it'll capture what does it mean to say, and then the actual phrase, right? So if you just type it without the quotation marks, it'll still catch it. It'll still catch it, but that's surprising. Sometimes Google search engine won't. So quotation marks help the search engine find the exact thing that you're trying to figure out. So that's tip number two, quotation marks. And the second tip is just use the word grammar after. So how do you use preposition on? And you just type in grammar. When you use the word grammar afterwards, it a lot of your it tells Google that you're looking for grammar tips, right? Um, so fighting grammar. So see, even though the search term is fighting, because you say grammar, it's going to send you towards grammar links, like this forum, like this dictionary, like Reddit's grammar string. All of these are good places to find information. Don't be afraid of using forums and Reddit and uh, as well as more reputable dictionary and online translator sources, because people are generally trying to share good information, not bad information. So that's your 3 tips. Use verses, quotation marks, and add grammar when you're searching with Google's search engine for whatever it is you're looking for. That's how you can find better information. So I hope this has been a useful set of tips, and happy holidays. Thank you for listening.